Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Ace Combat Infinity walkthrough. This is not a playthrough of this game because there is currently no way to replay Ace Combat Infinity anymore. The game was shut down in 2018, the servers were shut down and you can not play this anymore. But this is a recording that I have done for the campaign mode when the game was still up. So I'm basically just gonna be looking at the campaign videos and talking about that and the game itself. Just reliving the memories of this game and all of that. So Ace Combat Infinity came out in 2014. It was a free-to-play game for the PlayStation 3 where the focus was mainly the online co-op mode for it. There was a campaign mode, which is what I'm gonna show you here, but the game revolved around the online co-op mode, and it also revolved around the fuel system, which is how you play the game. I'm gonna talk more about that as I talk on it. At the time, I remember that during that area, Bandai Namco was definitely like experimenting with free-to-play games. Infinity was another one of them. Because there was a Tekken free-to-play game at the time, Tekken Revolution. There was a Soul Calibur free-to-play game as well. There was a Gundam game and all of that, and some mobile games. It was definitely the era where you would see a lot of these games pop up, especially from Japanese devs and all of that. And Infinity was another one of those. For me at the time, and I think also for a majority of Ace Combat fans at the time as well that were already around Ace Combat, there were a lot of anticipation for this game before it came out, because this is what it came after Ace Combat Assault Horizon, right? And Assault Horizon being the game that is, it left a bunch of fans from the franchise disappointed and all of that. This game, even before release, with the trailers that they have been showing, teasers and all of that, it seemed like we were finally coming back to the traditional Ace Combat ways. At least the gameplay, starting with the gameplay, was already already looked traditional Ace Combat, right? No dogfight mode or anything like that. It did reuse a bunch of assets from Assault Horizon and all that, especially the engine and stuff, but the gameplay at least looked like traditional Ace Combat, so that was already a good thing. There was a bit of hesitation, at least from my part, because this was like the first Ace Combat game where multiplayer, where online co-op would be a big part of it, right? We had online co-op before in Joint Assault and 6, but this was like the first time where the game is gonna revolve around that. The online co-op is gonna have a big part. Is it gonna be fun, and all that? At least I had a little bit fear. It was gonna have campaign. That was good. That's what Ace Combat has been up until that point. But the co-op was there to stay. It was the thing of this game, was the co-op. To my surprise, and it was a good surprise, of course, the online co-op of this game was awesome. As far as gameplay and mission design was, it felt like Ace Combat, but a lot of fun. Just playing with other people around the world, pretty much playing with your friends and all of that. The missions themselves, they were pretty fun. It was like OG Ace Combat. It was traditional Ace Combat, right? You would divide, in a room you could play up to 8 people, divided into 2 teams, and you would battle for points pretty much. And the missions would get like, a mission update where a boss would show up, right? Which would be a boss, something that has appeared on Ace Combat before. And I should have mentioned this before, but yeah, Infinity, like the overall, Infinity was like a reboot of Ace Combat, set in the real world. It had a lot of elements from past Ace Combat games. They already started hinting that from the beginning, pretty much. I remember that one of the first screenshots that they showed for this game was the Komona Islands, from Ace Combat 4, but obviously it was the real world location of it. It mainly had stuff from Ace Combat 4, like you can see now, it has Stonehenge and all of that, but it also had stuff from Ace Combat 5, from 0, from 6 as well, even the OG Ace Combat games, the PS1 games and stuff. It had the Phoenix, for example, from Ace Combat 3. It was added to the game at some point. So this game was like, we are taking all of the good stuff from Ace Combat at this point, right? And we're bringing it back, but it's gonna be in the real world. Stuff is gonna be online co-op, but if you had played Ace Combat before, if you had played all the games, or at least just a few of them, you would definitely recognize some of this stuff, And I think that was great at the time, because Ace Combat needed to come back, from the state that it was at the time. Sure, the big comeback game was Ace Combat 7, but this was the game that came before that. This game was sort of like its way of coming back, to test the waters, I guess I could say, to see how the franchise would still be, how, if old fans are still around and all of that, you know, if we come back to the old days combat, it did. It sort of did, you know. This game actually managed to be somewhat successful at the time, at least compared to the other free-to-play Bandai Namco games that were at the time. Infinity, to me, always had the impression that it seems to be like one of the few that managed to be more successful than what they thought it was gonna be, or, you know, just in comparison pretty much. Sure, Ace Combat 7 was already like being considered before this game even came out, right? We know this for a fact that Ace Combat 7 started, like they started sort of working on it on 2012, you know, just a year after Assault Horizon. But this was the game that came before Ace Combat 7. So in many ways it was the test game, you know, to see, you know, if it is worth going forward with Ace Combat, you know, to see how this game handles pretty much. I mean, I'm assuming that's what Bandai Namco was at the time. It definitely seemed that way, at least. And with all the anticipation before this game came out, you know, the way I was looking forward to this game came out, seeing the trailers and all of that, like excited about Ace Combat, you know, seemingly going back to its roots and all of that, letting go of DFN and whatever they tried with Assault Horizon. And before the actual release of the game in 2014, this game had a multiplayer beta. In fact, it had 3 of them, I remember. The first ones was the first 2 were Japanese only, and I remember that the first one, when it came out, like I already had done everything to play it, right? I was already like super excited to play this, created a Japanese account and all of that, getting ready to play the game. And I remember that the first beta was only up for like a day or 2, and they had to shut it down, you know, probably like technical issues, and there were very few explanations about it. And I was like crazy, you know, like, Jesus, I want to play more of this. Can you just release it already and all of that? It took them a while, like almost 2 months, I believe, and then the second Japanese beta came out. I played a lot of that, and it was so much fun and stuff. And then several months later, the worldwide beta came out. I played that as well, of course, played as much as I could. And then the game finally came out and we could see everything, right? I mean, the beta already gave a pretty good idea of what it was, you know? And well, when the game came out, I was super goddamn excited about it, right? The maps were fun, the missions were fun, the co-op missions, that is. The way the aircraft controls was great. You know, it was pretty much Assault Horizon, but it had been toned down a little bit, you know, to fit more the OG Ace Combat ways. But those first days of Infinity, I mean, those first few months actually were like one of the happiest moments I've had with Ace Combat ever. You know, just being around, actually meeting some people at the time, you know, and getting together and play the game. Those first days were definitely quite something for me, you know. It was so much fun remembering that and stuff. But ever since day one, there was something that was growing on me, something bad, right? Which eventually ended up being the reason why I quit the game, not even a year later, right? And it is the most negative point of the game for me, which is the monetization system. So like I said, the game evolved around the online co-op missions, right? That's where the most fun were. That's how you progress through the game and all of that. But the game had something called the fuel system, which is how you would play those missions, right? In order to play one co-op mission of the game, one mission, you would have to use a fuel, right? And there were 2 types of fuel in this game. There had the supplied fuel and the stocked fuel. The supplied fuel, you could have up to 3 at max, right? And they would recharge over time. At every 4 hours, I think, you would get 1, right? So you could play like 3 missions and wait 12 hours and then replay more of that if you wanted to wait. But then there was the stocked fuel, right? And you could have as many stocked fuel as you could. And how do you get that? And there's like 2 ways you could get stocked fuel. The first was mainly just playing the game, you know, because at the end of every mission, you would get a RNG drop, which could have fuel on it. You could get 1, 3, or I think even 5, in fact, or 6, something like that. And completing missions as well. You know, being an online free-to-play game and all of that, the game had the usual like daily tasks, you know, or I think it was just daily tasks and all of that. And sometimes they would give you fuel, you know, if you completed everything. So here you go, more fuel so you could play. Or the second way, which is how you would get most fuel in this game, was purchasing, you know, using actual real money to play the game. You could buy them in packs, and I remember the max one, you could get like 60 fuel. That costed $45. Sometimes it would go on sale like once in a month, I think, and you could get it for like $35, you know, something like that. But this isn't about me saying, you know, oh, $45 was too much or not. I mean, I think it was. But what I'm saying is that you could not play this game as much as you want without spending money eventually. Like someone like me who was super hooked, you know, I sat down and I wanted to play like 80, 90 missions a day or something, or even 100. You couldn't do that without spending money at some point, right? You would just run out of fuel at some point. Sure, at the beginning of the game, like in the first few hours you would play the game, they will actually drop you a lot of stock at fuel, you know. Obviously they were giving you the drug so you would become addicted, but then eventually you would have to spend some money to continue playing the game. At the beginning I did spend some money in the game. In fact, I spent several hundred dollars in this game and all of that, until I started to realize that, you know, dude, what am I doing with my life, basically? You know, why am I spending so much money in this? Sure, I love the game and all, and obviously I am supporting the franchise for the future, whatever it's gonna come, but I can't just like spend as much money as this, you know, on a monthly basis or a weekly basis and all of that, you know. So I was really tangled up with myself about, you know, how much money should I really spend on this? Like realistically, should I really be doing this and all that? And then when I started to have all these questions around my head, you know, I shouldn't be spending money, I could just be a free player and all that, that's when I decided that, you know, it sucks, this game is fun, I love it, playing every now and then. Sure, I will keep playing a few bit, but I can't keep spending money out of it, you know. And I mean, there were definitely better ways to monetize this game, you know, especially these days, you know, in the era that we live now, where there's definitely a fairly lot of free-to-play games out there. There are much better ways that you can monetize it that don't involve around actually keeping the player away from playing the game because they don't have money, you know, you don't have the fuel or the, I don't know, the crystal, the item, whatever that you need to keep playing, right? You know, these days we have stuff like battle passes, you know, you can earn all of that if you keep playing the game, but if you pay actual money, you can get the stuff ahead of time, you know. That's basically how it works. So it was terrible at the time, but these days when you look back, it was even more terrible, you know, and it was ultimately what made me stop playing the game, right? It sucked. It was so much fun, but damn, dude, the monetization system that they had at this time with this fuel system, it pushed me away from the game pretty much. Could not bring myself to play the game just like 3 missions a day or maybe 4, you know, and then just stop, you know. I was addicted. I could either stop or just waste my entire monthly, my entire salary into this game so I could keep playing, man. So damn, dude, it sucked so much because of that. And the effect that this game had in most Ace Combat fans still stays up until this day pretty much, you know. Before Ace Combat 7 came out, and even after Ace Combat 7 came out, many people asked them to add an online co-op to 7, which is, I mean, they're not gonna do it, but I mean, we have next Ace Combat games coming up, right? So we can at least expect that they would understand now that this is something that we desire, you know, a lot. It was really good on Infinity, even though the monetization was bad, was terrible, but this is the type of design that we would want for the future of Ace Combat, right? Definitely something online co-op like this, or even in a bigger scale, I don't know what they're planning, maybe, would be something that I would be super happy to see. It would be the thing that would be the most stoked about in seeing Ace Combat doing, right? Whatever next Ace Combat game we have coming up. And as far as bringing this game back, you know, resurrecting so we could play this on the PlayStation 3 emulator and all of that, ever since the game was shut down in 2018, I have come across 2 different teams, 2 different groups of people who were actively trying to bring this game back. Because the thing in Infinity is that almost everything you do in this game required a server check, you know, which is what it's doing now, you know, checking player information and all of that. And since the server is not up anymore, you can't do anything with this game. Even if you try to boot it up with the PlayStation 3 emulator, you can't even get to the menus or stuff, or play the campaign, or play Free Flight, anything. It's just not available. In order to bring this game back, we would have to find a way to come across this server check, you know, make it go away, or just try to emulate a server or our own or something like that to bring this game back online. And both of these teams that I have mentioned, they pretty much arrived in the same conclusion. You know, they would progress quite a bit on the game, and then they would just get to a point where it's like, dude, we don't know what to do anymore. You know, we can't find a way to go around, you know. Doing the server check isn't working. The game isn't responding the way we would like it, and they were like, you know, yeah, there's nothing we can do. That's it. We can't bring this game back online, unfortunately. There have been successful attempts of bringing back these old online games. Like there's like the PlayStation 3 Little Big Planet was brought back one of these days. There was the Warhol game as well. There was Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 4, which is a famous one that people still play and all of that. But from what I understand, this game just has a extra layer of difficult added to it. You know, it's almost like unique in that sense. You know, it would require a lot more knowledge, a lot more horsepower to try to bring it, to successfully bring it back and all of that. And which, I mean, for Ace Combat already being a niche franchise, you know, there isn't enough people trying it out. I have no idea if that's gonna work, which was unfortunate, because just the thought of being able to replay this game again, you know, online with friends through emulator and stuff, without the fuse system restrictions and all of that, that would be one of the things that would make me the most happy, in fact, you know, as far as Ace Combat goes. But unfortunately, because of these things I mentioned, bringing this game online, it would require a certain community effort, you know, that's just, I don't see it, at least these days, I don't really see it being a thing, you know. I hope it would change eventually, but that's the state. So now that the online portion that I wanted to talk about is out of the way, let's get on to the campaign of this mission, right? Which is what this is gonna be about. And like I said, Infinity was a game that was like, it reconstructed Ace Combat, the past Ace Combat games, into one game, you know, which was this, and the campaign was the same way as well. There's a lot of elements from the campaign that if you're familiar with Ace Combat, you're gonna recognize immediately. A lot of references, the music as well. Most of the music in this game is reused from the old Ace Combat at the time, but there's also some new remixes as well. One of them, the Blue Skies one, is the top one that plays on the last mission. So the campaign of this game had 8 missions. So this walkthrough is going to be divided into 2 videos. This one that you're watching, we're gonna be seeing mission 1 through 5, and then the next video is going to be mission 6 through mission 8. And because I think that's a good way to divide it, because from what I looked up, the campaign is like almost 2 hours long, like 1 hour and 40 or something. So each video is going to be like 15 minutes long, and I think that's good enough, because I'm not playing this, you know, I'm gonna get way less tired than usual, so I'm just gonna have a lot more to talk about and stuff, and we're just gonna have to see, you know, how I played this almost 6 years ago, you know, when I recorded the campaign of this game. So let's start with mission 1.
It'll be 20 years to the day soon. The day the sky was ripped apart and countless bolts of light rained down upon us. I think this calls for a little history lesson. In 1994, a group of asteroids was discovered taking a long elliptical orbit around the sun. They were created when an unknown asteroid struck the 1986 VG-1 Ulysses, an asteroid in orbit around Jupiter.
Ulysses, remember that?
The orbit of these Ulysses asteroids was on a collision course with Earth, with an estimated 10,000 meteors set to strike the surface. Since there was no way to divert the orbit of each asteroid, construction began on a vast anti-air railgun network.
What is this? What is this?
To intercept and destroy the meteors.
You know what this is.
6 facilities. The test unit Type 0 was built in China. Type 1 was built in America, and then 4 Type 5 units were built in Australia, Turkey, Namibia, and Argentina. In July 1999, the asteroids began to strike. Thanks to the railgun network, damage was kept to a bare minimum. Only about enough to destroy the entire world order. Never in its existence had mankind experienced such a catastrophe. It came to be called the Ulysses disaster. The near-total loss of infrastructure led to economic chaos, particularly in the hard-hit Eurasian continent. To avoid total breakdown, the nations of Asia and Southern Europe rearranged themselves into regional federations. Military budgets were slashed, and the Federation poured most of their money into rebuilding. The depletion of energy sources brought on by the loss of territory soon proved to be a major problem, one that quickly led to an escalation in disputes over natural resources. We'll continue this later.
So yeah, see, it started like Ace Combat 4 pretty much. Right off the bat, you're gonna feel like it is. Okay, mission 1. Los Botafloy. The usual briefings, right?
All right.
Cannot not have that in Ace Combat.
We've got a new guy here today. I'll have to cut the introduction short. My name's Goodfellow, and I'm your rep from the Arrows. As you know, Arrows is a mercenary force specializing in aerial warfare. Some people like to call us pirates.
I prefer
they'd call us privateers, at least. We are being employed by the UN Security Council, after all. Anyway, the UNSC's Military Staff Committee just sent Arrows a request for deployment. It was originally going to be an escort mission for the UNF Pacific Fleet stationed in Tokyo Bay, but that's changed. We now have multiple unknown UAVs flying toward Area J4E, Japan's former capital of Tokyo. In other words, right here. The UAVs are likely armed. We need them down before they reach city limits. This will be the first sortie for the rookie here, TAC name Reaper. Here's your emblem. Omega from the Bone Arrow Flight will be supporting you on this mission. Follow his instructions. I'll be expecting results, you hear? Dismissed.
So yeah, basically the campaign of this game was like setting you up for the online co-op missions, right? They were mainly easier versions of the stuff you would come across the online co-op, you know? So it was a good way to prepare yourself on, and also the sets. Yeah, the stuff from, you know, Joint Assault, carry it over, improve your aircraft. You could use then. So when I recorded this, before I stop, when I recorded this was 2016. I had the Raptor in level 15, right, which was very capable at the time. So most missions in this playthrough, in this walkthrough, I mean, they're gonna feel super easy. But that's just because I had a very capable aircraft at the time, you know. So in fact, I recorded all of this because I remember it was on the day that I got my first capture card. So I recorded all the missions from this game to test it out, you know, at the time on the PlayStation 3. It had the HDMI splitter so you could pass through the HDCP from PS3.
A lot of meteor dust in the air again today. Hard to believe it's already been 20 years, huh? And the sky's still full of that junk.
Yeah. I wasn't even supposed to upload this to YouTube at that time, but I just did in the channel.
This is Omega from Arrow's Bone Arrow Squadron, working under independent UN command. We're here on operational support. The pirates, huh? HQ told us to expect you. Good luck out there. Yeah, you too.
Alright.
Fellow to all Bone
Mobius
Arrows.
1, engage.
Mission operations. Engage any enemy craft you come across.
Omega affirmative. Bandits on 12. Probably surveillance UAVs.
All enemy UAVs down. All units, we got new bandits approaching. Use your long-range search to get their location. Switch to your wide-range battle map. Another enemy flight approaching. Be careful. Few of the bandits have anti-air ordnance on them. I'm adding a TGT display on your HUD container. Take those down before anything else.
Whoa, is that a Quax? These bogies are a lot more agile than the last guys. General purpose drone designed by JASTF. Might just be a close resemblance.
All UAVs destroyed. Good work.
All radar blips? What the hell?
Enemy UAVs approaching. Open CIWS fire. All enemy UAVs down. No further enemy presence in this airspace.
This is JASDF 309. Thanks for your support. Glad to be of service.
I'm getting the latest damage report now. Looks like they didn't reach the evacuation zones. Not too shabby, Reaper.
These things, Quax craft, you said? Why would they be striking Tokyo?
I'll get the UNF to brief me on the UAVs later. All units, clear to return home.
Yeah. Very chill first mission. Getting familiar with the controls and stuff. Is there a debriefing? I think there is, right?
This is believed to be a terrorist attack carried out by armed forces from the Iuli region. They've caused extensive damage to Tokyo. The naval fleet was also attacked, so the UNF generals are all furious right now. The UAVs they used are an upgraded version of the MQ-90 Quax, a Japanese-made UAV that's also been deployed in the Americas. It may be unmanned, but it's still a very powerful bomber. It's equipped with an aggressive aerodynamic design and a new type of semi-automatic control system. The UNSC says it's a Werner NOAA product. Apparently the control system's a top-secret design that they stole. Werner denies everything, of course. Navigation would normally use a system that relies on improved GPS satellite tech. But this craft uses a different relay system for its operations. We also caught an unknown fighter craft flying at high altitude over the area. The UN's going to raid and inspect Werner's
It's gonna be a problem
facilities in
later.
Uri and the other special zones shortly. Werner NOAA is the biggest company in its field. Normally, the UN doesn't like doing anything to make them angry. Now, though, I guess they don't have much choice.
Yeah. Guess that was it? For mission 1? Yeah, alright, let's jump into 2.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Let's continue where we left off.
Or a history lesson.
Now, where was I? Oh, right. So tensions were escalating worldwide. The wars that resulted led to an increasing number of refugees. To handle these refugees, special semi-autonomous zones were established in the EU, the Asian nations, and part of Russia. EULI, the zone founded in southern Russia, was the largest of them land-wise, which allowed them to take in vast numbers of migrants. But these refugees were treated like cheap labor. Living conditions grew worse, and the region was soon home to gigantic slum areas. Anti-foreign worker demonstrations were rife across the entire zone, threatening peace and welfare in the surrounding regions. As a result, a certain company stepped in to help support the job market in the refugee zones. That company was Werner NOAA Enterprises, the defense contractor giant. Once nations had to slash their military budgets after the Ulysses disaster, the private military service industry with its mercenary forces experienced a major boom. Also, thanks to the Advanced Automated Aviation Plan introducing enhanced computer numerical control to aircraft manufacture, it became a simple matter to rebuild previously existing aircraft designs. The resulting glut in available aircraft led to a new issue, a lack of pilots to control them. Hence why you now see mercenary groups cobbled together from dropout pilots. But I digress. The nations and federations overseeing the special zones welcomed Werner's support. In turn, Werner received huge parcels of land and a huge workforce to do its bidding. Soon the company expanded from its core military business into energy and space development. Their business had an enormous impact on recovery efforts around the world, and the localized conflicts began to simmer down. Now we come to today, 20 years later. The special zones have shown major economic growth under Werner's wing. But the huge weapons stockpiles stored in these zones have made them a breeding ground for armed extremist groups. These groups have formed a multinational network spread across the special zones. And more we're seeing them carry out anti-imperialist attacks in the nations surrounding EULI. This has led the UN and the world's superpowers to label them terrorists. Which brings us to... Are you awake? Sorry, you must be tired. We can pick this up another time.
Yeah, of course. Very high quality cutscenes though, even for the time. Alright, Great Migration. Oh, we just wanted to go back to Kimona.
Following the Tokyo terror attack, the UN staged emergency inspections on facilities in EULI. They didn't obtain any evidence on the new UAVs we saw, but they did discover plans for an orbital weapon. Multiple nations are apparently involved in its development. The UN calls it a violation of space treaties and a new threat to replace nuclear proliferation. They're demanding the project be halted immediately. As a result, the chief military official at Werner has been forced out of the company. But this thing isn't over yet. In fact, it's just beginning. We've spotted a large squadron of unidentified transport aircraft heading for Area B9K, an aerospace center in the West Indies, accompanied by escort craft. The center was involved with the development of the space weapon I discussed. The nature of the cargo is unknown, but once we identify the craft as hostile, you have permission to shoot them down. Normally, this would be a UNF or USAF job, but given how tense things have been with Latin America, the US doesn't want to pour any more oil on the fire. All in all, they preferred if the media kept their focus on the Tokyo attacks instead of this. That's why they enlisted us privateers for their dirty work. It ought to be a pretty good payday for us. We'll be having our best pilot on this op. In Arrows, if you're a top earner, you get first priority over everyone else. You want money, you want fame, then you're gonna have to outdo our ace here.
Yeah. It's all about the money. Right? There you go. You choosing my aircraft here. Uploading player information. Sure that you have a stable network connection, which I did not have at the time. Oh yeah, one of the things at the time, my internet back then was trash, dude. There were a lot of online co-op missions that I'll just lose connection. But you didn't lose your fuel, of course. Actually, you did use your fuel, did it? I don't remember now, but yeah. Thanks to that. And to play online to play the campaign, you would need to use fuel as well. But you could buy there was a special ticket you could buy with actual money that allowed you to play the campaign missions unlimited.
Caribbean. Good fellow, to all units. The unidentified transports and escorts are approaching the Aerospace Center. Once we identify them as hostile, you have permission to shoot them down. Don't let them damage the Aerospace Center. Bone Arrow 1, this is Viper. Getting a radar blip on our 12.
And when I played this for the first time, I went back to Kimono, one of my favorite combat missions and shit.
Yeah, copy.
I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. This is it.
This is the Arrow Squadron operating under independent United Nations command. Follow our guidance and change your FC radar targeting from the craft. They're bandits. I knew it! All units, permission to engage. Alright, let's get this party started. Hey,
Yeah.
you, Bone Arrow.
And the music is remixed though. But I was never
Here with me.
really a big fan of this Kimono remix.
Transport's
It's
down.
done by
Away from the
Ryo Hamamoto. He did music for Assault Horizon and stuff.
Not too bad, rookie. More of them on our 12. Think you can keep up with me, kid? Fox 2. You know, that reverb you've got freaks me out. I thought I painted nicer for a minute, you Enemy transport squad.
Yeah, right. You recognize that part of the island though, that's for sure.
Thing's old enough to be in a museum, but he threw a boatload of cash into customizing it. See that infinity mark on the side? That means he shot down so many bandits, he can't even keep counting. Viper here. King bailout. Do you copy? Seems like you got a lot of free time over there. You just got back in the air. Don't get yourself shot up again. Roger that, Viper. You always know when he's nearby, too. Smell his breath. Bandits confirmed down it. Not yet,
Yeah.
Darren. We got a couple of stragglers. First group already arrived. Cover the next. Third enemy flight incoming. Take them all down. Right. Time to make the donuts. Same one with the stadium. Be careful. They're stronger than we thought. That's Viper. He's a veteran mercenary ace. All bandits offline. Great job.
Yeah.
Squadron. Time to go home.
I think that was it.
Good fellow.
And like I said, the real like hard version of this mission that would be on co-op.
Not bad considering. If
Campaign
he
is just the
rises some way
warm
to
up.
see him becoming useful. Anyone can if they put in the time to get past their growing pains. Too bad that last guy didn't get that far. Yeah, because you pushed him too hard.
Yeah.
Well done. The Aerospace Center emerged unscathed. We're investigating the transported cargo right now. For now, this will remain a covert op. Now, I know you guys just went halfway around the world, but I've got more work for you. A group of 9 high-powered executives known as the Gray Men have been kidnapped in Russia. We're talking elite members of the most exclusive circles of world economics and government. Meanwhile, terrorist forces have occupied a Werna military facility in Iuli in southwest Russia. We've got armed insurrections around other Werna facilities too, and we think they're connected. So, we'll be heading for Russia. Right now, we've got a hostage rescue operation at the Werner facility in Area R2M, southwestern Iuli. It's being led by a team of regular military forces. The terror group we're up against is likely to stage a large-scale counterattack. You'll be providing close air support, going in ahead of our commando forces to destroy surveillance sites. You'll also be responsible for striking the hostiles around the facility to ensure a smooth approach for our commandos. Once we've secured the 9 Greymen hostages held in the central facility, we'll need you to back up the commandos as they pull out of the area.
That one looks like Markov a bit.
You'll be working alongside a UNAF tactical fighter squadron, the Ridgebacks.
Ah, yes.
Unlike you guys, they're about as elite a force as you can get. If we don't rack up more kills than they do, it's gonna impact my bottom line, and thus yours. Dismissed.
Yeah. Slash and Edge. You know where they're from.
Bone arrows. We are now commencing the hostage rescue operation. This is Lieutenant Burtz, Marine FAC. I'm currently flying en route to our goal point.
The game looked good too as well back then. It's just that this footage that I had isn't great. You know? I mean, it was 1080p at the time, but when I uploaded to YouTube and then I downloaded like directly from YouTube, and when you do that, you can only download like 720p, 30 frames. It looks bad like this, but I don't know. At least I still had it, so I could use it.
Keep an eye on your altitude while you're striking the ground targets. Omega, Ogden. Installations confirmed destroyed. Head to the next objective. Viper, you back up the rookie. Yep. Make it a good fellow. Go ahead. I heard the aerospace center op we were on wasn't forced on us by the UN so much as we forced our way into the op. Is that true? Well, I wasn't about to give up on a good data. It's just money, money, money all day with you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Enemy facility destroyed. 1 kilometer to destination. We appreciate the help, pirates.
Yeah, the music too. Ghosts of Rosgrease from 5.
From behind, responding to IFF. Allies? Time, Roland.
Edge to Flash. The pirates got in ahead of us.
Yeah, this is the game giving you the preview of how the online is as well, you know? This is a different team, but you're playing, like you're working together, you know?
This is the UNF-affiliated AWACS Sky Eye.
Oh, it's Sky Eye.
Directing combat ops for all active aircraft.
He's back.
This is Goodfellow. We're commencing tandem
But it's all about, you know, who can destroy the targets first, right?
command of all Arrows units. All Ridgeback units, Northeast Clouds will receive their mission as well. Destroy your targets before those elite fools can get to them. They're gonna take all our money. Copy that. Your worst nightmare, huh? Viper's Ace Seminar 103. Rookie, you gotta be hungry. Whether you're relieved or not means nothing. In the battle, we get to reap the reward. That's just how we operate. Never let them take your prey.
Yeah.
Go, Reaper.
If you see the targets with the little blue thing on it, the blue icon, it means that the enemy team is targeting and stuff. So
Sky Eye to all units.
if you don't want them to get the kill, if you are one greedy
Destroy the anti-air missiles.
individual,
Back here. Welcome, Sky Eye.
that's what you gotta go for first.
SAMs are dangerous. If you want fire, take evasive action immediately. Hurry up! We're gonna get shot down! How many SAMs do we have? 3 in all. Engage and destroy. Sorry, pirates. Whoa. Hands off, man. Second enemy SAM site destroyed. 1 SAM site left. All airborne flights. There's only a few enemy installations left. Continue to engage. What's your aim? Missile launched. Fire. Anti-air missile sites offline. Thanks for the help. Commencing landing. Go, go, go! All airborne units, watch over your area and destroy the remaining enemy hotspots. Landing complete. We're going in. Collins, move Bravo team to the rear. Roger. Alpha team en route.
Call themselves privateers, huh?
Curious about the pirates, Edge?
Nah, was just expecting more from them.
expecting more of them.
Try not to mess up the pace here, alright? They beat us once in kill count, and now they think they run the place. Maybe I just felt like taking it easy against these wimps, you know? Omega, don't ease up on me. They may be weak. That doesn't mean you can afford to slack off. Just never shut up. Ridgeback units. This might be a cakewalk, but stay focused. We're inside the target facility. Basic light resistance. Proceeding forward. Sky Eye, roger. This is Alpha Team. Approaching target room. Storming in.
Bam, bam.
What? Lieutenant Burks, status report. We have no prisoners in sight. Repeat, no prisoners. The entire facility is unmanned. So this was all for nothing. What? What was that? What the hell? I'm going down. Javelin Squadron, Saber Squadron, do you copy? Maintain altitude. I'm barely out. Someone explain what the hell's going on. Stay in formation.
You already know what it is by the music.
Some kind of high explosive show? That can't be the end of it. They're gonna hit us again. This is Sky Eye. All units, we've got something flying in at supersonic speed. It's coming at you from long range. Lower your altitude. What's it want us to do? Burrow underground? Damn it! Into the canyon. That's the only way. Commando team, stand by where you are. Anyone in high altitude is an open target. Move it. Arrows, all units. Follow Viper into the canyon. Ridgebacks, follow me. I'll mark out the route.
Right behind you.
You'll be open to hostile fire at high altitude. I'm restricting your altitude to 800 meters. All flights at higher altitude. Descend into the canyon now. Rookie, stay calm. Watch the altimeter on the right of your HUD. We think the previous attack came from a railgun. Second wave of fire imminent. All units, proceed through the canyon and escape this airspace. Go, Rookie! Don't fall behind Viper! Second wave of hostile fire detected. Sending
Not a
best man
canyon.
point of
I
landing
mean,
and
first
blast
one, a
zone of all
canyon
units.
run.
Get out of the blast zone before my countdown hits 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, impact! Hey, they're firing at us in the canyon too! Be advised, the railgun blast disseminates flammable gas into the atmosphere.
I remember it was after this game. I mean, this was one of the possibly the last game where Kobayashi worked for Bandai Namco. Shortly after it came out, he left the company and became a freelancer
Enemy
stuff.
fire has subsided. Removing altitude restrictions. Not gonna deal with that again.
He was one of the guys who supervised the remixes and the music.
Still alive? Bone arrow flight fully accounted for. What in the hell was that? I don't know, but when I hear railgun, one thing comes to mind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been out quicker if these pests could actually keep in formation. Slash to Ridgebacks. We're going home.
It was so back. I didn't even see him.
Business, huh? Viper, sounds like you got a good pupil there. Copy that. Better get Viper's Ace Seminar 104 ready. It's gonna be a lot tougher than the last 3.
Yeah. See the debriefing.
The terrorist groups were apparently planning to commandeer an anti-air railgun in Turkey. We were too late to stop them. Now it's in the hands of the enemy. They're using Menhur-3, a geosynchronous satellite, to aim the gun. Due to the Comprehensive Space Warfare Ban Treaty, we're not allowed to touch it. Luckily, the gun can only fire extreme close-range SS ordnance. That gives it the shortest firing range we can hope for. Let me be clear, though, that it's extreme close range only in astronomical terms. What's more, its power is overwhelming. It can cover a 4 million foot radius, which means we've essentially lost air superiority in Eastern Europe and the Western Middle East. We also have a confirmed SSTO launch from the West Indies a few days back. That presents the possibility that Werna's satellites have been seized by the
SSTO, where is that from? You know, Stonehenge, which also had a co-op. Actually, Stonehenge online co-op was a special raid mission, right? Was it on the playlist?
The UN is planning for a bombing run in Aiuli. However, we can't go near the area because it's within railgun firing range. Thus, we'll be staging an attack in Area T8F, Central Turkey, at the Stonehenge Type 3 Disaster Memorial. If you're struck by the railgun's fire or the shock waves it generates, you'll be killed instantly. Also, our enemy has an electronic countermeasure system installed in the area around Stonehenge. It's jamming our radar FCS and making it impossible to lock on from airborne craft. As such, we'll try to have an allied ground force approach Stonehenge and use artillery to destroy the ECM base. Eliminate any hostile defense forces that may halt their advance. Once the ECM site is destroyed, you'll be able to lock on again. That's when you'll attack and destroy the railgun itself. This is going to be a test for all of you. You'll be accompanied by a team of crack pilots from the UNF and elsewhere.
Correct, pilots.
Don't let them get ahead of you. Any of you guys destroy the railgun, you're going to get a real hefty bonus.
Yeah. Still competing again. That's it, man. What the game revolves around. Music is remixed in this as well.
Operations against Stonehenge. All aerial squadrons will support the advance of our ground forces. These ground forces will attempt to destroy the electronic countermeasure system in the center of Stonehenge. Once they do and your radar-based FCS is back online, you will begin to attack the main railgun. Roger, just send me the data already! Sending fire zone data. Check your displays. Get out of the danger zone before my countdown hits 0. Spread out and support the ground forces. This blast may cause damage, even at low altitudes. Once you see the initial explosion, get away from the site immediately. Work your way around the secondary explosion. Wave 2 incoming. Get out of the danger zone. It's gonna mow you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, impact. The shockwave's crushing me. Ground strikes too?
Can't do anything.
Report damage. Keep going. If we sit still, we're just gonna take more casualties. Alpha T, 10 kilometers away from the firing range to the ECM site. That railgun's still firing at us. This is Delta Team. We're starting to take damage. Requesting CAS. Ground force is down to 30% of full power. We gotta do something about that cannon fire. This is Alpha Team. We've reached the target point. Sorry to make you wait. Opening fire on the ECM site. All units, stand by until ground forces complete their attack. Railgun's gone dead.
Oh yeah. They don't show up, but if you know what they are,
The ground forces are taking
you can do
casualties.
this.
Alpha Team, what happened? Railgun shooting right at us. Taking major damage. Unable to proceed with ops. Requesting retreat for now. Oh my. Arrows Commander to Sky.
Damn.
I have an idea.
It's pretty
Go
loud.
ahead.
One there, one over there.
You should be able to strike the ECM site directly.
Right over there, yeah.
Can? Whoa, you serious? Count me out, man. We've got no time to lose. Give me a response. Roger that. Sky Eye to all units. Change of plans. We need to destroy the ECM system from the air. We can't lay a finger on Stonehenge itself.
I played this mission so much, you know, at the time, because I didn't have fuel. I could not play the online co-op, so I just kept repeating the campaign stuff. So I knew where everything was. These ground targets. Even the dialogue was on in my head for a long time. And right over there, it's gonna be available. But I'm too close. Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, shit! I really had planned all of this out. There you go. Now you can do something about it.
Back together, huh? Well, let's do it. Time to make these at scratch. Not if I can help it, kid. You just watch me shut that mouth of yours in a sec. Their team's open a path for us. Alpha team, Bravo team, continue to advance.
Messing with my course.
6th railgun cannon destroyed. Cannon destroyed. Woohoo!
That was it, right?
Installation neutralized. Great work. Good one. Well done.
Yeah. In the online, oh, actually, in the online version of this mission, you know, the actual co-op mission, the supposed special squadron, you know, that was like they were resembling Yellow Squadron, of course. I remember they were so easy to shut down. You know, people just used to make fun of them. But the actual Yellow Squadron was supposed to show up because there was some data mining for this game done and stuff. I'm gonna talk about that after the end of the game because it involves some spoilers and stuff. But there was a line that was like Yellow Squadron arriving here, you know, which would have been so much cooler in the online co-op mission, I believe. So that is instead of just some other guys. Special squad or whatever. Now for the debriefing.
I wish we had time to celebrate more, but that's gonna have to wait. While we were busy attacking Stonehenge, the terrorists have been staging simultaneous attacks on multiple cities in Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and the Asian Federation. They took control in the blink of an eye. The leader of the armed terrorists has published a statement to the world.
Are you gonna meet him?
It turns out the leader is Casper Cohen, the guy who lost his job as chief military officer of Werna after the space weapon scandal. Cohen has executed the 9 kidnapped Greymen, claiming they've manipulated UN and international policy after the Ulysses disaster, so the elite could profit off of other people's misery. He also announced the establishment of an independent Federation of Usia, a nation of Ulysses refugees that runs from the Eastern EU all the way to the Asian Federation. Here's what he said in his statement.
20 years after the Ulysses disaster, our refugees have faced untold pain and suffering. Even now, the fragments of Ulysses still lurk near our planet in the form of near-Earth objects. There is every chance they could rain down upon us again in the future, thus repeating the tragedy of Ulysses. All of mankind
The
must
flag.
come together now to deal with this crisis. And yet, for the past 20 years, the United Nations has been weakened by the great and powerful nations of the world. To deal with this sad state of affairs, we, the so-called lost generation of young refugees, must create a new order to replace the ailing UN. We must form a new, powerful, united front to save our planet from oblivion.
That's the end of it. It's all a bunch of propaganda, of course. But they're using Werna's military facilities in Ayuli to build up their forces and create defense perimeters in all the continent's major cities. They're working far too fast for this to be the work of terrorists alone. They're likely working in tandem with at least a few nations. The UN shuffled their feet for too long, and now they're paying for it.
Yeah.
Usia, another page of history unfolds. Let's take a look at some more history. Once, there was a massive nation known as the Mongol Empire. Oops, time to deploy again, I suppose.
Oh
Another
shit.
time, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. You see Yuzia coming back, but now it's a little different. Okay, mission 5. So mission 5 was the final mission that was available in the game on release, right? Mission 6, 7, and 8 was added on updates for the game and stuff.
You all here? Good. In order to block the invasion of the so-called Yuzian army, the UN has decided to stage a large-scale campaign across multiple Eurasian defense perimeters. They'll be conducting simultaneous ops in 2 areas, the Persian Gulf and the Far East. They invited Arrows to be a part of this effort. You'll be departing for Tokyo shortly. The scale of this campaign is massive, encompassing multiple land, sea, and air operations on both sides. It'll be a punishing battle, but if you want to get your name out there, there's no better opportunity to do it. Make sure your aircraft is as battle-ready as you can make it. I want to see us dominating this fight. Dismissed.
Yeah. Gonna be a little bit harder what we got so far. And some interesting stuff is gonna show up as well. Nice. Yeah, just like in the co-op, it always starts like that.
To liberate Tokyo.
Shows Alpha and Bravo
All
teams.
squadrons, aim for the best battle results within the time limit. Ridgeback 1, engaging.
Ridgeback 2, engaging.
Bone Arrow 1, engaging. Bone Arrow 2, engaging. Bone Arrow 4, engaging. Enemy forces are concentrated nearby the Johto Crater Ocean Stop in the Shinjuku Subcenter District. All flights support our allied forces that are engaged in combat across each area. We have a limited time window here. Use your best judgment and destroy as much hostile firepower as you can. This is JASDF 309. Thanks for giving us a hand again, pirates. Sure thing.
Oh.
Let's do this, Bone Arrows. All airborne squadrons, spread out and engage the enemy at will. Listen, guys, I want to get back at those single-line bozos for taking all the credit last time. Recapturing Tokyo would be nice, but it's us versus them. Whoever gets more kills wins. Every bandit you take down helps us show those single lines who they're dealing with. This is Burt's. Ocean side securing the coast area. 35%. Requesting support from airplanes. Clear them out for us. Incoming naval fire from the enemy fleet. We got a sky full of hostile aircraft above us too. Here's our air support. Right up there, Collins. You see them? Get on it. Thanks.
Yeah. This is my gameplay for sure. It's exactly the type of things I would do.
Don't forget, no matter what, you'll always be up there for us. Roger. Man, look at that crater. Drop another one of those on us exposed. Hostiles ahead. Omega, stay focused. We'll be dealing with a seasoned enemy fighter squadron here. Enemy vehicle sighted on that huge bridge. On the way. Hostiles between the buildings. Jeez, this city's built like a maze. Aircraft up above. The hostile. Shinjuku Subcenter hostile. 70%. No, that's an allied squadron. I don't know. And as long as they give us all the fire they got, I don't care. 50%.
Bam.
This isn't right. The pirates are massive kill count. Ridgebacks, let's make up the pace. Thanks for the support.
And the Tokyo co-op mission, probably the one that I played the most, was because on the beta, it was that and Pipeline Destruction, and Moby Dick, the special raid. It was good.
Edge, I copy.
In the beta, you didn't have to wait for fuel, of course. They would just give you as much as you would want. But Tokyo, Jesus, I played that several times.
As opposed to some squad leaders who don't do that. Yeah, you tell them. Single line. They can take care of themselves. now and then when they need it. How am I supposed to ever retire if these guys can't fend for themselves, huh? Retire, you? Come on, you know you'll be back up here once you gamble away all your savings again. Ah, shut up. Sounds like your girl over there can't wait to get into a scrap, though.
Yeah, this is some. Did you see that shit? Hold on. We go back a little.
Come on, you know you'll be... Ah, shut up. Sounds like your girl over there can't wait to get into a scrap, though.
See that shit that I do? You know it's my game. I do that shit all the time. I look back for no reason.
Only a few oceanside hostiles left.
I just move the camera around.
Victory stakes are on me. Promise. Hostile fire.
I have these little, what do you call them, gameplay quirks or something.
Stand your ground. Our air forces are pushing them back. As long as they're up there, we're not retreating.
Yeah, did it again for no reason. When I'm playing, I don't even notice that, but looking at the videos now.
Nice. Fire. Ooh, sweet. This is Sky Eye. Confirm substantial strikes on enemy forces. We are kicking butt up here.
Yeah, those overpowered missiles. Like,
Large presence
you could level up
detected
your
high altitude.
aircraft, but the parts, you could increase stuff like, you know, make the missiles more powerful or faster, have better homing. OP. I mean, it was all part of the game's progressive system. Like, you couldn't buy stuff, but
Gamer has confirmed launch for Camilla.
you bought the right to play more, which leads us to getting the good stuff earlier than players who were not buying Hero, basically.
Begin countdown. 300 seconds.
Yeah, and there she is.
Omega here. I've seen these UAVs before. Yeah, that butterfly up. Ridgeback and Bone Arrow flights. Concentrate on the hostile escort fighter. All other units, attack the heavy command cruiser.
She keep humming.
Watch out for those UAVs. UAVs have a laser weapon on their noses. For a remote control drone, that thing's attacks are way too lethal. If I had to guess, I'd say the boss of those butterflies is that lead craft. The butterfly master. No dice. Any missile that goes near the #1 butterfly gets shot down by UAV lasers. It's like some kind of crazy cyborg force field. Man, I'll be shouting as soon as I get my voice.
Yeah.
Take down the UAVs first. Where now? We'll have to shoot them down one by one.
Okay, now you can shoot it down.
There's too much radio noise.
She keeps humming the Mappy team, right? It's a very like super old Namco
UAVs
game.
remain. Get 'em! Fire. 2 UAVs remain.
Wow.
Bandit down.
There she is.
1 UAV remains. Inside edge.
Yeah. I mean, no.
All units, you are free to engage in battle. I know the Ridgebacks can do better than this. How about we show those pirates what we think about them harping on us all the time?
Edge, roger that.
Ridgebacks, break. Now they're getting serious.
Damn.
Haven't known this in a while. Hey, pirate rookie. Reaper, was it? Whoever takes down the butterfly master wins. Got it?
Yeah, doing a little bit of Ace Combat 5 right now. Making you wait. But at least you have something to play around with. Can't shoot it down right now, of course. Unless the game tells you to.
Be down. Be the next target.
But it's better than just flying around doing nothing.
2 new UAVs approaching.
Oh,
Bad. Got 2 left. Let's take the main guy down low.
Flash, you're in too close.
hey.
Gotcha.
Damn, they just got my way.
Better bail out.
Yeah, just when this was getting fun, too. Squad's all yours, Edge. Check your surroundings, single line lady. Your flight's just about done for. You can't survive by yourself. Get in our rookie's formation.
Why? Damn it.
No way you're gonna get revenge in that state of yours. Smart girl. Save the competition for later. Clear out
Yeah.
the UAVs first.
Keep the cringe to yourself. I guess now you can shoot it down, right? There you go. Yeah, man. F/, dude.
UAV down. I'm not done yet.
Got him! All UAVs offline!
Nice. Can't believe how fast that pirate and the butterfly got to move.
Yay.
My craft was higher spec.
Reaper got him! Hostile fighter down! Butterfly Mustangs and bailing out. Was once superhuman pilot, wasn't he? Sky Eye to all units. Commence all-out attack on the enemy heavy command cruiser. The command cruiser is equipped with air-to-air guns and missiles. We need to cut off its legs first. Focus your fire on the rear engine.
The reference? The reference?
Begin your attack on the cruiser now.
Know where that's from?
Viper, ready to hunt that whale? Roger that, Captain Ahab. Hey, didn't he go down with Moby Dick in the end? Wow, you actually ready?
Yeah.
Edge to Ridgebacks. I'm taking command. Anyone who's in, return to base now. Everyone else, spread out and attack the whale.
Yeah, I know. You got bonus for whoever shoots that thing down, right? Negative. Yeah, money's important. The bonus is just here. What I want is something else. Reaper, do you copy? Keep on the defensive. We'll never be able to do anything. The hungrier you are, the better. And the more rigorous the situation, the better. Everything's in place.
Yeah. Hasn't even do anything. He's already screwed up a little bit when the fight starts. That's because the online co-op, right? One of the special raids is
All
against him.
engines destroyed. Now aim for the forward cockpit. That should wrap it up. You go finish him off, Reaper. One good swing of your scythe ought to do it. Good kill. Missile launched. Sealoft blocks 5 through 8. There's still personnel up there. Forget about him. We have to get this thing back to base.
Yeah.
Command cruiser offline. Yes!
Who took it down? Number 4, the pirate? Grim Reaper.
Arrows, you made me proud today.
Hey, I'm gonna request extended leave once I get back, okay? Gotta go see the ex-wife for a bit.
Finally found a reason to retire?
Maybe. All hostile aircraft eliminated. Lieutenant Burns, how's it look on the ground? Lieutenant Burns, give me a report.
This is Sergeant Collins, Marine Commando Unit, reporting in place of Lieutenant Burns. All hostile forces have been eliminated.
Burst has been killed. Like in bunker shot in 4.
Copy. Confirm all hostile forces eliminated. Unfortunately, it's come at a heavy cost for our side. All units, salute our courageous soldiers.
Data link standby.
Great job, guys. That Moby Dick was a giant airborne command ship developed by a certain nation's military. Basically, in an attempt to cut down the number of aircraft they had to deploy, they decided to over-engineer this gigantic flying beast of a battleship. Also, the UAV lasers we saw on the butterflies are equipped with a visual ID function that can recognize pilots by their flight helmets and strike as necessary. It automatically activates when they get close, a merciless weapon of murder. Watch out for it.
Yeah. So let's sure as hell get a taste of that.
Apparently a re-engineered CFA-44, but we're still investigating the details. The Tokyo area is nearby the enemy's far east battle perimeter. It'll be a hot zone for a while to come, I imagine. We're all in for a long, tough slog here. Anyway, I was hoping we could have a celebration/retirement party for Viper. But the UNFHQ has yet another deploy order for us. You guys just rest up for now. I'm gonna go have the top brass yell at me for a bit. Again, good job.
All right.
Everyone here? A lot of you probably haven't met before, but just listen up for now. In preparation for the battle against the Yuzian army, the UNF has requested that Arrows join them as a regular force. Arrows have agreed to this request. As a result, all Arrows units are hereby disbanded. You'll be regrouped into Task Force 118, Arrow Blades, an independent assault force under Direct Military Staff Committee command. I will continue to serve as commander. Air squadrons affiliated with the regular force will also be disbanded and regrouped. Edge and the Ridgeback flight will join the Arrow Blades as well. In addition, proven mercenaries and
a bunch of icons that you know.
Countries will be joining our force.
Spot a Scorpion, Varkalak, Wizard, Silver.
We may no longer be a UN independent command, but we will still receive rewards for our performance as before. We're now launching Operation Eternal Liberation, a military op covering all defense lines across Eurasia. If you're new here, let me make one thing straight. If you're the top earner, you get first priority over everyone else.
Yeah, basically be a selfish bitch all the time.
To our ace here.
Yeah, the Ribe. Just hyping you up for, you know, upcoming missions and stuff. And they're released.
24 hours until reactivation.
What? Ah, that's no fun.
Please be patient, Master.
Think,
Next.
oh yeah.
Enemy fighter squadron taking off from South America. They're flying toward U.S. territory. You will meet in Area B7R in the Nevada wastelands.
Gotcha, Ribbon.
There's something new on radar.
I had my fill of this site 20 years ago.
We
Damn.
have some time before deployment.
It's
Make
still
sure your craft's fully prepared for combat.
it still gave me some chills, you know? Shit, imagine that shit at that time. Jumping onto mission 6. First one. After the first one that was added through updates and
All
stuff.
right, let's get this briefing started. A large-scale experimental missile site has been discovered in Area M3A, straddling the border between Russia and Mongolia. It's situated in the Avalon Dam, a facility under the management of Werna Noah. Yuzian forces are gathered around the site as we speak. The dam lake has been completely drained, revealing the missile site and an array of anti-air installations. The gravity dam itself has been repurposed to serve as a de facto fortress of concrete. Judging by the size and shape of the silos, we believe the site was built to handle ICBMs. To be safe, we've deployed an AL-1B missile interceptor in Russian airspace. However, we've been asked to neutralize the site before they can launch any ICBMs. The Arrow Blades will approach from the Russian side through a canyon that leads to the dam site. Maintain a low altitude at all times or else you'll be picked up on radar and become an easy target for long-range anti-air missiles. Stay at low altitude as you pass through the canyon. Once we arrive at the site, our ground forces will enter the facility and secure the main routes of passage into the silos. You will then use those passages to fly underground and destroy the missile facility. This operation will require extremely precise flying skills, but considering everything you've made it through up to now, I have no doubt about our chances of success here. I'll be expecting results. Dismissed.
Good. All right. March 2020.
It's snowing.
This is Ridgeback Leader. I'll take point.
Why did you say that?
The bone arrows aren't about to sit back and waste away either. Right, Captain Reaper? Commencing operation. Sky Eye, give us another recap.
Yeah. I had so much excitement for these campaign missions showing up, you know? Because it was like, I don't remember how many months were between one mission and the other, but it was just crazy to keep like making theories and stuff. Getting excited for it. Damn.
Waiting for the airplanes to drop. Once they show up, they'll storm into the fortress.
Damn.
Once they break the security system, they'll open the shutters that connect it to the missile silos. The air units will fly into the site once the shutters are open and destroy the ICBM launch systems. We don't have much time to work with. Don't worry about the hostiles in the canyon. Guess we better speed up. Proceeding at full throttle.
All units keep moving.
We need to keep them away from Avalon. Hostile Cap Squadron, sighted. All units, keep going forward. Avoid combat as much as possible. Get through the canyon. Be advised, you're approaching maximum altitude.
There you go, it's Avalon.
There's an enemy radar site ahead. Destroy that, and we'll be able to remove your altitude restriction. All flights, destroy the targets now. Hold that and an altitude restriction too. Thanks a lot. Which one got out first? Radar site offline. Altitude restriction removed. All units, scramble. Eliminate all nearby enemies.
Also, I liked how the enemies had health bars in this. But I don't think you can see it on the video, but they had like this, there's a little yellow line that tells you how much damage you're gonna deal with one missile, you know? I don't remember if 7 redid that. I haven't played 7 in a while. I actually don't remember a few things from it, but this game did it, and it was so nice.
This is Sky Eye. Confirm substantial strikes on enemy forces. Continue with your mission. The front of the fortress is mostly clear. Now you need to strike the main fortress guard. Damn, look at this. It's a full-on fortress.
They're waiting behind the door. Give me some C4.
Oof.
Going in. Time to help out our pals in the air for a change.
Reaper's team's got this in the bag.
Altman, take 4 people with you and secure an escape route. Everyone else, follow me.
3 minutes left.
The kill?
Is that the Grim Reaper? What's he doing all the way over here?
Corridor 6 clear. Advancing.
Fire.
When the plane gets so OP,
Bandit down.
it's just, you see, I'm using the gun for mainly ground targets, right? But against air targets, it's like not even worth your time. It's not, you don't even deal like too much damage. It's all about the missiles. You can have so much homing, you know, in it and speed that it's like,
Missile launch.
and multiplayer and stuff. You could just shoot a missile with a guy that is like churning. You would hit him
Sam down.
most of the time anyway.
2 minutes left.
Control room number 2 secured. Charlie team, stand by. Everyone else, head for the central control room.
Also because of how the flight physics is, you know, it came from Assault Horizon, so
Fire.
they're considerate when you had DFM on, but outside this, I guess for PvP, of course, this game had PvP at some point. You know, it was like a special event would happen every now and then, and also the naval PvP as well.
Ground forces have
What
taken
was the
over
name again? I
security
forgot.
system. They're opening up the fortress shutters.
That was cool.
We're inside central control. Removal of security system is underway.
Yeah.
This is Collins. We've got an active ICBM countdown sequence here. Jeez. They set it off sooner than we anticipated.
It's just...
Requesting aerial support now.
Ace Combat just has so much potential for this, you know, for online co-op like this. And this wasn't even like their major, like, super attempt at it. You know, obviously Ace Combat wasn't AAA or anything like that for them to try out. They're just like flushing out ideas for a free-to-play game and stuff. And Jesus, man, they have to pursue this again in Ace Combat.
Stay where you are. Charlie team, Bravo team, evac out of the fortress. The Reaper's coming. Go, go, go!
All ICBMs destroyed. Nice one, Reaper.
Yes! Not yet, it isn't.
Of course not.
Source detected.
Damn it! The poor ICBMs are all fakes. They were hiding the real one.
Good with the intercept.
Negative.
The AL-1B we deployed in Russia was shot down by unknown hostiles. We have no way of intercepting the missile during boost phase.
Oh, I think we do. I think our ace here can catch up to it. Go!
I'll join you.
You need to shoot it down before it reaches peak acceleration. Hurry!
We're in time.
In range.
Locked on.
Here you go.
Fire. ICBM neutralized.
Woohoo! Hell of a fireworks show! Nice one, Reaper.
We owe it to him once again.
We've confirmed it from the ground as well. When the Reaper's in the air, you know the area's safe.
Ridgebacks, returning to base. We'll save this competition for next time.
Yep.
Well, that was a close one. We gave you a tough mission and you executed it flawlessly. Good job. Analysis suggests that the ICBM's path would have landed it in Washington, D.C. They were trying to bring this war to American soil.
And they would have, though. Oh.
You will meet in Area B7R in the Nevada Wasteland. The area's codenamed Roundtable.
This is what the one that excited me the most when I saw it.
Give them a warm welcome for me, okay?
Yeah. Back to B7R. It's crazy, yeah. That's good. Those little trailers just hype you up so much at the time, you know, and stuff. And yeah, about Washington though. Washington was likely supposed to be added at the game at some point. You know, that was found out through the data mining. You know, there were audios hinting at a online co-op mission that would take place in Washington and a few others. I'm gonna talk about after this one. But since they mentioned Washington for B7R, this is, well, I think it was the mission I replayed the most. Either this or Mission 8. Because this is air-to-air and stuff, B7R.
Alright, time to start the briefing. We've spotted an enemy fighter squadron taking off from South America. They're flying toward U.S. territory. We'll be scrambling from our San Diego base to intercept. You will meet in Area B7R in the Nevada Wastelands. It's mostly flat, dotted with circular ridges. The area is codenamed Roundtable by the USAF, which uses it as a proving ground for testing special-purpose aircraft. Due to radio interference from the mineral resources buried underground, communications on this op will be hard. If you have to bail out, you're going to have trouble contacting rescue. It'll likely take several days to track you down, so keep that in mind, Omega. You'll likely have a pretty ferocious firefight with the enemy squadron. We have some time before deployment. Make sure your craft's fully prepared for combat.
Certainly, it's way more prepared than it should be.
Just like I remember it.
Yeah.
Have you been here before? We test out new aircraft in this area.
They're playing with
Special
us.
location where countless pilots have polished their skills with each other, independent of their ranks.
You know, I don't think you've ever talked about your past career before.
Yeah, and I won't now either. You're almost at the engage point. Here we go.
It's a hell of a crowd.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
Give them a warm welcome for me, okay? Sky Eye to all units. Permission to engage. Run out. Run out 2, engaging.
Ridgeback 1, engaging.
We got good pickings tonight. The more we take down, the less will be left for the Ridgebacks.
Air-to-air combat is our specialty. Have fun eating our dust. Ridgeback, hit the car!
It happens to be my specialty as well.
Retreat is not an option here.
Or at least the one I have the most fun with.
As long as possible. Fire.
But I remember that the online version of this mission, the online co-op one of it, it wasn't the best one though. Not only had like they just thrown in a bunch of targets that was like the frame rate, you know, the PS3 could not handle that at all and stuff. But it was just like the design of it, you know, the actual mission design. It became just became like something about spamming missiles and stuff and whatever. Like the 4 AMs and stuff. I don't remember exactly why though, but I didn't have that much fun with it.
No bandits left. Most hostile forces are neutralized. All squadrons, regroup.
I wouldn't be so quick to say that.
Yeah.
We have a new formation on the radar. More hostiles incoming. Intercept and engage. Punishing us. Our team, great. Bogey's on my 12, heading this way.
Ridgeback 1 to all units.
Wow.
Interception engaged.
Let's go, Reaper. This is our backyard too, after all.
Oh yeah.
Enemy reported to have an elite unit. Stay alert.
Oh damn.
Order to all units. Start by taking down the leader craft and Silver Flight. We need to throw off their formation. Roger. Craft with a single line on it. 3 bandits left. Damn it. You got my ring. The hell is that thing? That's the ace from the pirates. Come.
Let's fight.
Darn. My controls offline. Damn. All hostile craft down. Ridgeback 1. Give me a damage report. Ridgeback 1. Edge. Report.
No direct hits taken. I'm still airworthy.
No need to play tough, girl.
Bone Arrow 1, I appreciate the backup, but next time, I don't need you to interfere.
Oh, here we go.
If I get haunted by the Reaper, my luck will...
What? Javelin Squadron's been shot down?
Jeez. The music that plays in this.
Hey. Help me.
Nice reference to Ace Combat 3. In fact, I remember
Sky-Eye, give me a report.
I created my channel around the time when this game was about to come out or came out or something.
Believed to be laser
And I used to do a thing like I used to try to guess the music that would be added to the game and stuff.
kidding me? I thought we shot that guy down.
And I remember guessing this one right too, you know. I just felt like it.
7 UAVs left.
Nice. Ribbon?
Because at that time, if you're a very OG, you're gonna remember that. You know, the first videos of my channel was like, they were Infinity stuff with the music. Or only if you're super OG to the channel, you're gonna know that.
Now, too.
4 UAVs left.
Gotcha, Ribbon.
Missile destroyed by UAV.
Come on.
Hey, don't just attack blindly. We don't want a repeat of last time.
This is my prey.
All hostile UAVs destroyed. Sweet.
Over here.
Here comes the main attack.
There you go.
Butterfly Master's craft down. That was damn fast, Reaper.
Lost the light.
Yeah.
Press start to continue.
giving hints about
Forces eliminated.
her, right?
All units, return to base.
Just thinking she's playing a game. It might just be for her.
Finish business with this guy.
Yeah. That was good, man. It was a fun mission. And I've replayed this one so often.
Following interrogation of our POWs, we've uncovered several facts about the Butterfly Master's ID. He pilots the QFA-44 Camilla, a new type of unmanned craft. Its hardware remains a mystery, but its capabilities are superior to the Quaks. We've confirmed that it uses a low-orbit communications satellite network to handle the transmission of navigational data. Taking out the satellites would solve our problem quickly, but the space treaty we've signed with the UN prevents that. I'm sure the UN will try to enact some measure or another to deal with that. But a lot of countries, particularly in South America, are dead set against any meddling with that treaty. It's gonna take some time. Those politicians are trapped by the very rules they enacted.
Well, aren't they always though?
Well, we're all set to go.
Yeah.
Operation Bunker Shot is now underway.
Whiskey team hit by enemy fire. Forward! Go, go, go! Stand firm!
Not letting anyone die like a dog here.
What's that?
Above us!
Hey, what's that sound?
Do you copy? All arrow blades, report!
Jesus, I still get the chills from this, bro.
Holy!
And you see that stuff for the first time when you finish the mission, right? Only when the game updates and you hop into the game and finish the mission, they play this, you know, hinting towards the next one. It was like so much. I was like, Jesus, and they didn't finish the story of this game, right? Jeez, I'm gonna talk about more later, but yeah, let's look into the final one now. All right, the 8th and final mission of Ace Combat Infinity. Gonna be a few emotions in this one though.
Well, we're all set to go. Soon, we'll be staging a campaign to storm the territory claimed by Usea and liberate Eastern Europe. We're calling it Operation Bunker Shot. You'll be going through Area V9D over the Adriatic Sea and into Croatian airspace within the SEU. The ground force will divide into 2 groups and circumvent Ruda, one of the Elefiti Islands, for the landing. The landing point features a narrow road going inland. It is well suited for defending against invaders, and we can expect heavy enemy resistance. Our air squadrons will wipe up hostiles on the beach and keep ground casualties to a minimum. If we succeed, this could be the tipping point that'll end the entire Usean war. We're gonna strike them right in the throat.
And in this mission, I remember when the day it came out, the game was back online, and I got to play this game once, and I was like insane, you know, I was like crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe this mission is so good and stuff. And then they had to take the game down for maintenance again, you know, they had to fix some stuff. So we could not replay this mission again until several hours, you know. But I had played it and all, and most of my friends at the time, they didn't, you know. So they're like, I was just hyping up, you know. Then say, yo, you're not gonna believe this. This is.
Bedfellow, to all air squadrons. We need to keep the landing teams on both sides protected. How well you manage that will decide the fate of this op.
This is Collins and Whiskey team. We're gonna go round Rhode Island to the west as we approach the coastline. When we cross the channel, we'll be exposing ourselves to concentrated fire from the left and right sides. We'll be counting on our aerial support here.
Romeo Squadron, this is Bird's Echo Team. We'll be breaking through the east side of Ruda Island, currently under the control of the enemy naval fleet. Compared to the warships they got out there, our SSCs are like kiddie pools. We need those ships neutralized from the air.
Wish we were back in Birds.
Negative, Sergeant. Try to save the jokes until after we reach the landing point, without any rules punched into us.
Yes, sir. Warrant Officer Birds.
Wait, did he say birds? Wasn't that a woman talking? This is Skyeye. Allied naval forces have begun their bombardment. Operation Bunker Shot is now underway. Today's my birthday, by the way. I want to make sure this op is so successful they turn it into a national holiday. Hell of a birthday present there.
Oh, damn, I
Enemy
missed that.
installation on Ruta Island. The attack squadron will take attack orders from Burns and Collins from the Marine FAC.
Ridgeback, break.
Nice! Whiskey team will reach the channel area shortly. Any aircraft available for support, strike the enemy station on both sides. Locked on. Missile launched. Solid hit on building.
Sam down.
Good kill.
In range.
Fire.
Fire.
Hit. Bandit down. Fire incoming from the coastline.
Whiskey 315, we're ahead.
Wow.
Team hit by enemy firing. Light damage. Requesting air support.
Where's our air support? The pirates are near! Half the enemy channel defense force is destroyed. Vehicle destroyed. Enemy channel defense destroyed. Whiskey team, go ahead. Firing is stopped!
This was like one of the. I mean, probably the only mission where the campaign version was actually compared to the online one. It was almost about the same effect. Sure, it had more online, it had more target and stuff like that, but yeah, the campaign one felt challenging enough, you know. Is that gonna pop up? Oh, it is. But playing this, just this, it was like, wow, it's just as much fun.
Attack the enemy fleet in the eastern route. Echo team is under attack.
We're A-okay here, Ribbon. Get over to the Echo team on the east side. This probably got you some range life. Safe under the Maple Right, for sure.
Half the enemy fleet is sunk. Echo
Yeah.
team
Oh.
continuing its advance.
Thanks for the support. Let's go, people. Keep going.
Hostile close range fire. Shut them down, pirates.
Water spray's blocking our view. We're through the channel. Clear visual on our landing point.
This is Sky Eye. Confirm substantial strikes on enemy forces. Continue with your mission. Echo team, naval fleet is cleared out. Proceed forward.
Bone arrows, thanks for your support.
Coast
Hostile
Guard.
fleet is now pile of debris.
Anti-air gun destroyed. Fire. Missile launched. We got fighter bombers too. Engaging. I see bandits in the air above the coastline. Bone arrows, go on ahead and engage.
I got that. Ridgeback 1 to all units. Intercept and engage.
Copy.
A-10s.
Get moving.
Too slow.
Fire. Landing team will reach the coast in 2 minutes. Missile launched. How many ships are left?
Fast automatically. Whiskey team set to reach landing point shortly.
Locked on.
Hit.
Get out. Land is just up ahead.
Ridgeback, continue with your mission.
Stay.
Landing team reaching
Ready.
the coast shortly.
Let's go, people. Prepare to make landing.
craft retreating. Keep hitting them. They've lost the will to fight.
Vehicle destroyed.
Oh, what am I doing? Wasting time with the guns here. There's no need for that. Just spam your missiles, goddammit.
Next.
Oh, I think I was probably actually saving it because the second part of the mission is gonna have quite a few targets though.
Echo team.
Around, yeah. There's gonna be quite a few.
Landed and deployed. Stage 1 of Operation Bunker Shot is complete. Proceed with sweeping up remaining hostile resistance. What's that? What's that sound?
Above us.
What?
The blood. Holy.
Whoa, what the hell's going on? Landing Team 2 wiped out.
What happened? Give me a damage report.
Do you copy? All Arrow Blades, report.
The Ace 3 music.
Squadrons, report. Bone arrows. We're all still here, yeah?
Damn.
All Ridgeback units in the air.
Roger.
Medic team. We got casualties to tend to.
Check remaining forces.
What the hell's going on?
That was Ulysses.
What? Media? There's still more of them up there?
We didn't have any advance warning. That couldn't have been a natural meteor strike.
So what is it then? Some kind of space weapon?
I had my fill of this site 20 years ago. Can't believe I'm seeing it again.
We got bandits! They aren't done yet!
It's Ulysses Part 2, huh? Damn it, I can't make contact with the main force.
Kidding me? That attack just wiped out the air and ground forces behind us? This is Sky Eye. All ground teams report.
Anyone that couldn't get on land got wiped out.
We have about 30% of our force left. We do still have some offensive power, including MBTs.
Omega, so now what? Retreating?
It'll be up to your commander to decide.
More of them! Commander Goodfellow, it's your call.
All units, we're continuing with the operation. We can't have it end like this. Operation Bunker Shot is still underway.
All units, continue the operation.
This moment right now.
We have the strength to win this. Copy.
Edge, Roger. Ridgeback units. Did you hear that?
We got nothing to be afraid of. Not with the Grim Reaper haunting the skies.
You said it. On the ground and in the air. We can do this!
Let's go!
Oh my God, when I heard this music for the first time, I was crazy. I got so crazy.
Enemy batteries found on the face of the mountains. Destroy them before they block our ground troops' progress.
Reaper, we'll be advancing in tandem with your attack.
Hostile fighters are also entering your airspace. Commence tandem ground and airstrike.
I got your 6, people. Just keep going forward. Gun battery destroyed.
Got one over
This
here.
is a great music. Oh, shit. Goddamn. Awesome remix.
Like we're gonna let you
Granted though, it's not ideal for like actual BGM, you know, for in-game music. This because of how the music is built and stuff.
Hostile defenses down.
Thanks for the support.
But it still makes you emotional when you play
Like the enemy's
this mission. So
artillery line. We can do it.
Enemy has abandoned their first defense line. Keep going. Stand firm. Keep going and don't turn back. Go, go, go!
Thanks for that support.
Pilots open a path for us. All teams, forward. Go.
Ground forces have penetrated enemy defense line.
Ridgeback, hit the car!
Enemy ground forces pouring in. Proceed with bombing ops. Reaper! Bombers above us! Get them!
Closing in on gun battery. Back me up.
We're on the slope, in the artillery's blind spot.
I thought it was an air target right there, I think.
Aim for the gun barrels.
2 bombers left.
If you see anyone down, hide them in the shadows of the rock. Nobody's being left behind.
Broken through. Bunch of lies, Reaper.
Got it!
Enemy tanks destroyed. That was a single-line craft that got them.
Sweet.
Forward hostiles destroyed. We did it!
It's the Reaper. Move out of my way.
Come on, try and hit me.
Vehicle destroyed.
Finish this guy and move on.
Not like this.
Yeah, jump up.
Active enemy force.
You crash into it, you get shot down. There's one.
Shoot down the Reaper. Get a little bit further inland.
I'm not letting anyone die like a dog here. Everyone's coming back alive.
Hostile bomber destroyed.
Air squadrons, thanks for the support.
Time to drive him back.
Sweet!
Enemy coastal defense is losing operational coherence. The enemy's falling back. Almost there. Destroy the enemy stronghold. Fire! Stand your ground!
We've determined the position of their squad's support fire. Circle around behind them.
Still more.
2 targets left.
Almost there!
It ain't over till it's over.
You don't say.
1 target left.
Copy!
Copy. Fire everything you've got.
Number 2 craft.
Mine. What? Damn, get behind.
All units keep moving.
All hostile units.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
Enemy squadron destroyed. That's the enemy ace. Bring him down. Nice.
E.
Ridgeback, don't fall behind.
Bam. Post Fortress. No more.
All enemy strongholds destroyed. All ground ground teams report.
This is Whiskey Team. Ground forces suppressed.
Echo Team, we're all green here too.
Enemy positions silenced and air superiority secured. Operation Bunker Shot successful.
We really did it! Yahoo!
Ridgebacks, mission complete.
Great job, everyone.
From here on in, we'll be facing enemy resistance across a massive stretch of land. And someone's watching us from up high, too. We're going to free the world from both of these threats, and you're going to be here to witness it.
Yeah. You didn't though. That's the thing.
Faster. And higher. Will you be the one to go there?
But where? Space? Something?
Great to see all of you back here. The landing operation was a success, albeit a costly one. It'll definitely give us the advantage as we commence operations across the Eurasian continent. Meanwhile, though, it's still slow going for the battle lines in Western Russia, where a separate operation is currently underway. The Butterfly Master's craft was spotted over Moscow. We still have no idea where he's actually based, though. As for the space weapon we saw in action, we'll brief you on what we know later on. For now, I want you all to take a well-deserved rest.
Yeah. Now here comes all the part that's gonna hurt.
We've obtained detailed information on an orbital weapon called the Olds. It's part of what they call the Shattered Skies Project. It was created in order to keep the Ulysses fragments away from the geosynchronous orbit range. But Werna R&D secretly used the system to help them deploy a tactical weapon. The system uses lasers fired from satellites to vaporize the surface of orbital matter, using the resulting thrust to change its orbit. Instead of readjusting orbits to keep the Earth safe, they've rejiggered it to send the fragments crashing to the surface in the area of their choice. They still haven't fully analyzed the effect of these orbital strikes. I doubt it's very accurate as a weapon yet. However, in theory at least, Olds can be used to attack anywhere across the entire planet. We have Ulysses Part 2 on our hands here. Olds does have a safety latch of sorts, which makes it impossible for the network to target man-made objects in orbit. However, it'll only be a matter of time before Werna deactivates it. We are expanding the range of Operation Eternal Liberation. Campaigns are underway within the Eurasian continent as well. The Arrowheads will be reorganized by squadron and will participate in ops across the entire continent. Any of you think you can top our ace? I look forward to seeing you try. Dismissed.
There's more.
Well, you're sounding chipper. Something good happened to you?
I finally found a decent opponent. That ribbon guy should provide plenty of fun.
The Papillon Project. I think another page in history is about to be turned. Is there any way to solve the lag issues with data transfer, though? I'm sure you must feel cramped here.
Not at all. I like it. I've got a front row seat to the whole thing.
How could they do this to us? Not. It still hurts so much that we never got to see what the hell all of these is. But there was one more thing though. There's one more thing, but yeah. They were clearly hitting at more missions and stuff. and we've never got them. And also, there's this. Yeah, dude. What the hell was that, right? On top of all of that, of the obvious hints that the campaign was going to be expanded, you know, they also dropped this, which I don't know what's going to... I mean, assuming that maybe the team would evolve and they would eventually be a Red Mobius and stuff, you know, I mean, it's not Ace Combat 7, even though Mobius shows up in the VR stuff, he doesn't have this, you know, so I don't know exactly what they're planning here, right? Exactly, but this teaser is super weird, though. This one is like... Even the skies kept engaging. I don't know if that was like a teaser for 7, but not this later part right here. Whatever that was meant to be. It was cross it like this. The skies fell. Something. I mean, whatever. But most importantly, the actual campaign stuff, you know, that we did not get. This old super weapon thing that could have used it. We could have fought it, right? And Camila, also, they reveal her face at the end. She would show up and be a thing. I mean... Clearly, right? They have more things. They already said that they had stuff planned and all, but I'm assuming that at some point they decided to just, you know, let's not do this, you know, because let's focus on Ace Combat 7 instead, you know, because it did, you know. They announced Ace Combat 7 shortly after this came out, I believe, I think, or maybe a little, I don't know, but they clearly decided not to update this game anymore and just shift the resources there. So, will we ever get to see this someday? I mean... They say the story is there, right? So I don't know if they release some material someday with it, showing how it's gonna be, or if they make a Infinity 2, whatever they actually, you know, one of the games that they have planned in the future is this. Could be expanded story with more co-op and shit. That would be, I mean, just all of this that they showed at the end is enough for me to, like, you know, want it, basically, you know? And that is just a campaign. There's also the online co-op stuff that I talked about and stuff. So, geez, the desire for another online co-op in Ace Combat is just, it's out there. It's so clear, you know. They have to at least acknowledge it, that they know that we would want something like this again, and finish this damn story that you didn't, you know. They ended in a cliffhanger, and that was it, you know. I mean, sure, I appreciate Ace Combat 7, it's great and stuff, but this one was left on this, you know, this cliffhanger of something. I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but they were definitely penned. But, I mean, and I'm saying this because the data mining stuff we've come across, it hints towards more campaign missions. In fact, there was like Washington was on there, like I said, there was Miami, and Honolulu, and some other stuff as well. There's some lines over there that are clearly like unused campaign stuff. You know, people referring to the squadron as like the heroes of the sky or stuff like that. But we don't hear it here and stuff. So obviously they had more stuff planned, as they should. But no, let's shift resources to Ace Combat 7 now. This is it. We can't update Infinity anymore, and that's what they did, you know. And this game left it like this with this. We don't know these things. These They could be a hint to Ace Combat 7 in this one, right? This guy's fell. I don't know. Looks like the lighthouse a little bit. But the red Mobius, it could. I mean, Mobius did show up, but not as the red one, unless they change it and they decided something. You know, could as well be. But I don't know. It feels like something else. You know, being placed like Infinity and then saying all that stuff about the Olds project and all of that. It's pretty clear to me that they wanted to. They were going to as well. But you know, stuff changes. Game development, that kind of stuff changes all the time. So it's no wonder. And well, at least we got Ace Combat 7 after this. So it was great, man. But that was Ace Combat Infinity, their campaign. You know, not even the co-op, but there's a bunch of videos out there if you want to look it up, see how it was. But it was so good. It was so great. Monetization was trash, you know. Gatekeeping, that kind of stuff, you need to pay more and stuff, but I mean, the foundation was pretty good. I can only hope that if their next Ace Combat game, or if they make another spin-off, or even I don't know, Infinity 2 or something, I mean, I just want some sort of online co-op, you know, something. We play with other people online, you know, that progression system and all of that. Ace Combat actually needs that, you know. 7 was good and all, it was a returning game, but the next game needs more. You can't be just 7 again, you know. We gotta be more with it and listen to the stuff that we have been asking for a long time, you know. Co-op, so good. God damn it, that hurts. That ending hurts so much now that I've seen it again. Of course, I would like to replay this again, right? Just like I said, I hope someday a team comes forward and actually somehow makes a good progress on this. But as far as it is right now, a possible resurrection of this game is definitely not looking good. You know, the attempts that have been done didn't get anywhere, and I just don't see the community as a whole doing anything about it. At least as of right now, it just doesn't seem to. I really don't see anyone. I just don't see enough talk about Infinity or anything like that. At least not right now. You know, we need something bigger. It needs a bigger commotion and all of that kind of stuff. And even though I will be retiring from this channel and stuff, I would still gladly try to help it out, you know, either in a monetary way or at least with what I know of programming and stuff. That was Ace Combat Infinity, man. Well, the next is going to be the last Ace Combat game, right, released so far, and my last playthrough as well on this channel, which is Ace Combat 7, of course. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me in this walkthrough, and I'll see you guys soon.